Hey folks, welcome back. So if you're here and you're watching, today I'm going to minimize my camera a little bit and keep it in the top corner there. Well, today it's the first day that I've actually had a proper streaming schedule, so we're going to stick with this. So what's today? Today is, Wales is going into the north, that's true. But this is going to be our first day of Grand Strategy, which I hope I can. Grand Strat Day, and it's going to be for Wales is riding north. Alright, let me just update that. Oakley dokely. So we've got that. Let's see here. Yep, that's all good. You can see the map there. Let me see here. Bang. Alright. Let's take a look here. Now, one thing I am going to do as well, is I'm going to just double check my microphone, because last time I realised that it's pretty difficult to hear me sometimes over the game itself. So I'm going to turn the game down a bit. There we go. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to... Where are we here? No, sound. Yeah, we're going to turn the music off. Here we go. Alright. Don't actually remember where we are, but I guess we'll fight this one on the map. So how am I doing today? Not well, actually, if I'm being honest. My partner, she had an RDO and she wanted to go out on a little breakfast date. So we found this new joint very close to us. And, well, it was fine and all. But I got really dizzy halfway through. And this is because of all the new medications I'm on, unfortunately. So I've got to make sure I'm drinking plenty of water. I've got a Hydrolyte tablet in here. But yeah, it sucks, you know, because you want to go out on a date and stuff like that, and you want to be all fresh and bubbly, and you can only give that person maybe 30%, you know. It really is, with this condition that I've got, it really feels like, I don't know how to put it really, but it's like, imagine feeling hungover all the time and you just can't do things. It's not like a horrendous, like I'm throwing up kind of hungover. It's more like just the consistent low tier hungover, like all the damn time. And who wants to be like that? Who wants to live like that? But, you know, you gotta sometimes, the thing is as well, is you can't push through it. That's like the worst thing you can do with ME, is like thinking that you're going to be able to push through something like this. What you need to do is you need to learn to pace yourself. And that's a serious thing. Like if you do too much, you know, it's not going to help. But I'm here and I'm streaming and I'm kind of in a good place at the moment. So I just want to kind of not get this done, but like, because it sounds like I don't want to be here, but it's more like I just want to kind of focus on something positive, I guess. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure these guys are actually hidden here. Why? Because these guys here have catapults. So we're going to try and go for a 3-hour stream today. I want all my streams to roughly be that long.
The
You know,
enemy
give or take an
approaches.
hour. But I always take a break halfway through. So that's roughly, you know, hour and a half. I'll try and take a 10-15 minute break. Just to help set myself up.
See some action.
Alright, they're pushing forwards. This is good. One thing that I find there's some cavalry here. One thing I have noticed too is the quality of the game on my PC versus the quality of the game that I've recorded, or that what you might see will be a little different. I am going to go through some options to try and fix that.
The sea will run red with their blood.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, so we're going to speed things up a bit. I'm going to keep an eye on this catapult and how far it can reach, because as soon as it starts reaching our guys, that's when we want to hit it, I reckon. Alright. How long before they spot our cav? Not very long. This unit here is probably going to spot them. But I see an opening, so we're going to take it.
Cavalry. Kill them. Cavalry. Cavalry.
Here we go. Caught them unawares here, which is good. The other thing is our cavalry here will be able to hopefully take this one out. Ooh.
Cavalry. Forward.
Here we go. Now ours is shooting. Our what we're going to do too is we're going to move
Quick march it is. The enemy are on the
our spears so they're not facing dead on. We want them angled. Okay, that's good. Alright, now we're going to try and hit this unit.
cavalry. Charge. The enemy are here.
Spearmen. Again, putting him back into shield wall.
Cavalry. Let's go to
Ooh.
war.
Unit is losing.
Break them.
Uh-oh.
Cavalry. Swift
Looks like we got the commander turning back here.
right here. Riders up the pace.
We're going to turn that off and put this on.
See, they flee before our might.
Alright, that sounds like that cavalry unit's gone and given up now. Excellent, okay.
Riders up the pace. There they are.
Ooh,
We are the cavalry.
going after this unit.
Brace for enemy charge. We found our foes.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
Taking out these archer units is really going to help us out a little later down the track. If we're the only ones with archers, because we've got the best archers in the game with the longbow. Oh, come on.
Cavalry. Attack. Here they come.
Our archers, we're going to actually move our archers back a little bit here. We're going to have our artillery focus the commander down.
They're bombarding us. Let's go to war.
Okay, we've got some Huskars here. So we're going to move our cavalry back out now.
Cavalry. Faster horsemen. Haste along. Mangle them. Break them.
Alright,
Swordsman.
we're going to have our units now push in. We're going to have this unit here in the back, just to make sure if any of our units break at this point.
Quick march it is.
We're going to have... Okay. Yeah, our cavalry's probably done for at this point. So I'm going to move one of them over here. Yeah, this cavalry unit, unfortunately, has been wasted. We're going to have this unit hit these guys here.
Taily. Taily.
We're going to have our spear units now punch forward, hopefully.
Discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Spearman!
Okay.
Up the pace! Take your mounts!
We're going to have our archers. So our archers aren't firing here because they can't get a clean shot.
Taily!
We're going to have this unit move over here.
Ready and willing!
Okay, what do we got back here? They had that Huskell unit hiding in the bushes there. Okay.
Ready and willing! Pistols beater!
Interesting.
Let's go to war!
So we're going to move these guys over here.
Perished.
They got the jump on us! Strike hard! Kill them!
We're going to have these guys hit that cavalry unit. Looks like these guys might not last that much longer. We're losing pretty badly here on this front.
They've got us in missile range!
So what we're going to do is going to hit that Huskell unit first. I'm going to make sure our commander gets the heck out of there. There we go. This guy's been a pain in the butt long enough. Now, this is a very high tier army. Okay. You can see all those chevrons there. It's going to take them a while to break. So they're a raider unit, so they're going to be a
See, they flee before our might.
What's your command?
there we go. We're going to have these guys move across. Oh! Got a cavalry unit here.
Kill them!
Alright, first thing we're going to do now,
Double time, men!
we'll have these guys hit these ones. We're going to have these guys hit these guys here.
Quick march it is! Axemen!
Our men have turned tail and run.
So there goes the catapult.
We are the cavalry!
We're going to have these guys hit this spear guard unit here in the back. We're going to have our guys over here. Yeah, 2 gold chevrons. So this is an extremely experienced army. This is why we're having a lot of trouble with them.
Enemies at the rear!
Alright.
What's your command? Fire!
We're going to work our way down now.
Fire missiles!
Okay, what have we got here?
It's an ambush!
The battle is turning in our favor.
Don't know about that. Just going to move our general back into the forest here.
An entire unit has perished.
Double time!
Yeah, we're getting pretty
Taily!
slammed here.
Reach that from you! Now we're talking! Attack! Axemen! Mangle them! Mangle them!
Alright,
Think we got their attention? Strike hard!
I'm going to go for these Easterman hunters here. So we'll keep trying to pick off our general. They'll break pretty quickly.
Axemen!
Okay, here we go.
Taily! Strike hard! Who needs thrashing?
Alright, okay, so we're going to go take off this guy's head here. These archers, we're going to take them out.
Combat's in our blood!
Going to move these guys across. Alright, we're not done yet.
Taily!
We're all focusing on their general now. Okay, this archer unit is pretty much
Heirs of Arthur!
going to die, hopefully.
Forces!
The
Gonna have
enemy
our-
general is dead.
Oh, that's good, that'll break them.
Now we're talking!
Then we'll have our archers just fire on them.
The enemy's routing! Faster, horsemen!
See, they flee before our might.
Alright. That was an exceptionally hard fight, that one. I will say I think our guys did pretty well considering the experience of their army. Because if we take a look at our chevrons, most of ours have a couple of silvers or 3 silvers, where most of those were twin gold level chevrons.
Combat's in our blood.
Alright, just want to make sure we're taking them all out here.
That's the way. Arrows locked.
Make sure we're using all of our
Command. True. Britain
oof,
forever.
all of our archers, all of our ammo. That was a very close victory, that one. So yeah, you can see even by the losses here, our usual losses are around the 380 mark. We lost twice that in this battle. But we did destroy their army completely. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're definitely going to take some of them on here. Here we go, second. Ooh, this is problematic. Alright. We're going to have to lift the siege here. Alright. It looks like that unit left. Now it's... Oh no. Is our ally going to take our territory? Alright.
Every man will do his.
There's a fair bit of work that needs to be done now. First things first. Yeah, he has. So I'm going to take this. Hopefully he will take that. So we're going to leave him alone for now. Okay, we've got a general here who's far too uppity. So we're going to make sure. I'm going to privately thank him. So, and then we're going to see if we can get him a wife. We can. And we're going to get him a priest, because we want that loyalty. Alright, let's take a look here. What is happening? So they've got an army over here. Now we did say we were trying to avoid...
Sails trimmed and oars dipped.
Yeah.
Attack as one.
Now we're going to hopefully have that guy take over this area here. If we take a look at the map. What we want to do is we want to take this whole section out here so we can stop them reinforcing Northern Ireland. These guys are going to slowly make their way into the north. In fact,
For the glory of the Cymry. At once. On duty.
okay, so we've taken that. So let's take a look at the map now. So yeah, eventually when it's not winter, because this area is very difficult to take, the Northern Highlands, because of the geography. So every time it hits winter, you want to make sure your guys are, what do you call it?
My warriors will not falter.
Yeah, they set up a fortification, so they won't take any kind of damage if they're fortified. They can't attack. They get unit replenishment as well, which is good. And you can recruit in your own territory. You lose supplies, but at a slow rate. But yeah, we're going to wait until winter's over before we start pushing up again. And then hopefully we can take all that out. Now the next question is what do we do here?
Hard and fast.
Now, I reckon we could take this out, personally. What are we going to do here? We've got 3 siege towers there. I'm going to
Warriors,
leave that for now. We're a bit worried about that. Now,
Our spirits are resolute.
this is that army that we just fought. That's why it's damaged. So we're going to have him move back here. He'll take this. destroy these Irish rebels here.
My rank has increased. For the glory of the country.
I think they were Irish. They could have been Viking, actually. Then we're going to actually help him out. We're going to give him a couple new units here. There we go. That'll bring him up to spec. Now that we've actually left... let me see here. We're going to have a bard for you. The thing is now that we've not been recruiting units so much, if you take a look at how many men we have in the pool, 28 out of 40 for just a basic spear unit, for a mid-tier unit, and then for our Tallulah Spear Guard unit, our best ones, we've just picked one of those up. So we've got almost all of these in the pool here. These are great. These are still building. Catapults take a very long time to build up, but we only need one per army normally. But yeah. Okay, so let's take a look now. We could try and take out Dyflin, but do you see that little skull there? That basically means we'll take attrition. So we're going to wait till next turn before we do that. And we've also got this bugger here. Now the next question is what do we do with this guy? Well, let's take a look here. What have we got? These areas are new territory here. So what I'm thinking for now is we're going to move him up into this territory in case this guy is able to hit this.
We are Arthur's folk, true of heart.
This guy we're going to leave. I'm not sure if he'll be able to reach here, but we'll probably try and take that territory in a second. Again, we're not going to take this out. We're hoping he goes back, takes that, and then we can take that. Down in the south here, we've got a small rebellion. Question is, now we can take this area here. This will be our on our ticket next time. So we're going to destroy these rebels. Alrighty.
My efforts are rewarded.
Rebels go to the pike.
Every man will do his duty.
Alright.
Right for combat.
Let's take a look here. You're good. We're going to give you a champion. I think that's good. Okay. Let's double check here. Okay, so we can rebuild something here now. Question is, what do we want to do? We'll give it a food building here. Alright, so raiding. We're okay with a lot of this, so we're going to hit that button now. We'll see what happens. There we go. Okay, so we're going to appease the church this time. Buildings constructed. Let's take a look here. So we've got a great warehouse over here. One over here. Yep, that all looks fine. There we go. Alright, so food's running okay, considering that we've got the army supplied. Now the other thing is our tax level is moderate. It's not high, it's not low, it's just moderate. And at this point, if we turned it up a bit, we could, but we would get more rebellions over in Ireland. So what are we going to do? So we're going to look at this damage building first. What did we have here? Okay, this guy here. So Dyflin is now ready for taking. So what do we want to do? First things first,
Honor and glory.
we're going to move this guy in over here.
For the glory of the Cymry.
Now this guy, we're going to move up here.
Warriors.
This guy we're going to punch square in the face here. See if he's going to run away. Yep.
Advance, warriors.
That's what I thought. So, next question. What do we do? We're going to start pushing Dyflin out here. We want this. That'll give us a whole territory here. Okay, this is still fine. I'm not sure what he's doing. He might try and take this. But not before. Not before we take this. Alright. Now, we're going to move him up here later on. This might take a while. And the problem with taking this particular settlement is when you're moving up here, it takes a few turns. So there'll definitely be a winter. So we just need to make sure that we're on the ball with that. Okay. Now we've got a city here. Got a few towns over here. So we're at the point now where we can start moving north again. Okay, and then we'll have him march up to Aberdeen. Alright. Where do we have our friend? We could take that. Could take that, but I think we're going to leave that for our friend down there. We're going to, I reckon.
My warriors will not falter.
I reckon we're going to go for, if we go for this fella, I mean, oh, this is difficult. This is difficult. We can't, let's take a look here. We're going to go for this guy. It's going to take him a few more turns, but he's going to get here. Hopefully we can get these areas here. Alright, now he's fine. These three are fine. This is what we were waiting for. Ah, he didn't even take it. Alright. Hopefully he will, and he won't just raid it.
We will do you proud.
Yeah. We've got these two. This is what we want. So we're going to move one over here. And one over here. So armies are moving up there. And then I think that's pretty much it. Let's double check. Buildings constructed. Yep. Alright, so he's attacking our slightly weaker army, but I have a good feeling that we might see he's got very strong ranking again. So he might be in a bit of trouble. What he doesn't have that the last army had is a catapult. Alright. So we should have an advantage of some sort here. It's just working to our advantages. So what we're going to do with this one, we're going to set up a bit of an ambush, I think. How to do it though. So what we really want is we're going to set this group up here as group 1. I'm going to have them move across here. Then we're going to have a group 2. Now, because one of these guys isn't particularly up to spec yet, we're going to have him sit in the side flank here. We're going to have this guy sit behind, just behind. Then we're going to do this. Now, we might have guys coming around the side here. So what we're going to do as well is we're going to kind of create that little corner there. We'll do the same over here. We're going to have our catapult sitting back here. The other thing we're going to do is we're not going to rely too heavily on our cavalry this time, ideally. So we're going to give them group 4. I'm going to give these guys group 3. And we're going to have our general sit back here too. Now, because we've got no archers up here, what we're going to do is It's going to have our archers sitting off in the side here. Oop. There we go. And we're going to make sure, now this might be a problem actually, so what we're going to actually do here is going to have our general sit out here.
Ready and willing.
We're going to have both of our cavalry units sitting here. This might leave this flank a little exposed. So what we are going to do is we're going to move this unit over here as well.
Your light melee infantry.
So they're going to run pell-mell at us now, as fast as they can, I bet. Okay, maybe they're not. What on earth is it that they're doing? They attacked us. This looks quite strange. It's as if they're moving their army across for some reason. I'm going to move our catapults up a little bit here. You know what? If they're going to do that, we're going to move our archers out of there. I think we're going to try to put them in this forest over here. Going to have our cavalry sitting on either side here. In fact, we might even move the general up into here. Because what we really want is we want to hide them all here.
Show us the foe.
Okay, looks like they're all hidden there. The general, on the other hand, not as much.
Up the pace. Combat's in our blood. That'll be fine. We are the cavalry. Our general is under attack.
Alright. Just to make sure, we're going to hit this guy.
Cavalry.
What are you? You're a horseman unit.
Artillery. Fire. Ready and willing. Faster, horsemen. Kill them.
Hopefully our archers aren't going to...
We are the cavalry.
Okay, here we go.
Combat's in our blood. What's your command? Blood will flow.
Okay. We're going to pull our general out of here now.
Our might. Get a move on.
And we're going to get our archers to open up on this group of spearmen here.
Firing the artillery. Riders, step.
Now if this lot comes back...
Raise shields.
Alright.
Artillery. Away. Crashing. Target.
Again, we're going to focus down these cavalry here. Now,
Combat's in our blood.
this cavalry over here... Yeah. So they've got their archers firing at our fellas there. So what we're going to do... Yeah, we're doing the same thing to them at this point. So we're going to move our general over here. We're going to have our cavalry punch through over here.
Firing the artillery.
Okay.
Bowman.
Our bowmen now are going to move out into the open here. What we're going to do is we're going to get our general to come around and hit these guys in the back. Alright. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to move these units up over here. Since it doesn't look like we're going to be needing them, we're going to have these guys fire on these Royal Hussars.
Watch for the missiles.
Okay.
That's the way. Our men run from the enemy. This
Alright,
is
that's not
shameful.
looking good.
Incoming charge. Run them down.
Looks like our cavalry unit again. It's been spent. We weren't trying to use our cav here, but it is what it is. Now, our general is out by himself over here, so we're going to have to be fairly careful with him.
Formation.
Alright, yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull him out now. Hopefully we don't lose him here. It's been a long time since we've lost a general.
Our general has fallen.
Yep, those berserkers got him. Okay, that's not good. Alright.
Swordsman.
Gonna have our guys just hold the line here for a bit.
Show us the foe.
What we're going to need to do is we're going to have to focus that cavalry down immediately.
Target their weak points. An entire unit has perished.
Come on, otherwise they're going to... Oof. Alright, so about 15... Oh, goodness.
Before our might.
Got multiple units of cavalry hitting our archers now. That's going to be problematic. Alright, so we're going to hit the cavalry with what we've got.
Steady, boys. They're charging.
Come on.
Quick! Check down here!
That's the way.
Okay, now we're going to hit these berserkers.
Now we're talking. Axemen.
Alright, here we go. Gonna have to throw our guys in the line here.
We broke them!
Heirs of Arthur. Double time, men. That's
It's
the
gonna be difficult.
fire missiles.
Arrows knocked! Spearmen! Double time, men!
Alright,
Archers are hitting us!
we're gonna have this spear unit try to fill the gap here.
So we can go now? Let's up the pace! Strike hard! Trash them!
The enemy general is dead.
Okay, so we got the enemy general. That's something. But we are fast running out of ammunition here. Again, these berserkers are going to be very problematic.
My quiver's empty!
Oh, this is very problematic. Okay.
Spearmen!
We're going to get our spears to try and flank here.
Haste along!
Alright,
Combat's in our blood.
that's all we've got left now.
Spearmen!
I have a feeling...
What's your command? Let's leave them.
Here we go.
We've got no more arrows!
Heirs of
We've got to try and break them somewhere. But we probably lost this entire army at this point.
hurting them. Attack.
Hold the line!
Now, longbows, they're not great in hand-to-hand combat, but they're better than pretty much any other archer in the game at being in hand-to-hand combat.
What's your command? Kill them!
Axemen. Crush them. See, they flee before our might.
Got no more arrows!
Alright, here we go.
Trash them!
So, unfortunately, these berserker units,
Double time, men!
The battle is turning in our favor.
we need to try to crush those.
Swordsmen.
Incoming charge!
Who needs thrashing? Attack.
Handle them!
Come on.
Show us the foe. Strike hard. Ready and willing.
But yeah, these berserker units, there we go. They're going to fight to the very end. Because we haven't got any archers left either, we're just going to have to pour our men in at them. But these will break a lot of our units, and they'll just keep fighting. right into the very end, unfortunately. Alright, so we've ended that one. There we go, right to the last one. Again, that's a pretty rough battle, but you got to take a look. These guys, they had one silver there, one there, one there, almost all gold chevrons. I'm going to kill all of these guys. All right. Some brutal battles going on here at the moment. Wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you. Let's take a look here. Where are we looking? All right. So first thing.
My warriors will not falter.
Okay, what are we missing here? I mean, we can leave these guys and hopefully they'll
We are Arthur's
sort themselves out.
heart. Hit hard and fast.
I'm going to push this guy back.
Onward to glory.
I'm a very popular man this morning. All these messages I'm getting.
Attack as one.
Okay. So these guys have got 5 turns until they surrender. But what have we got left? We've only got 4 turns. Right. So what are we going to do? We're going to fight a few battles here. We've got this guy here.
Warriors into position. Fall upon them.
Alright. We're going to fight this one. This fella's got a catapult. Alright, let's take a look at some of these messages. Very good. Bills coming in. Oh, so that breakfast we went out and had, I went and sent it to my family, and my stepdad's from the United States, and I think it reminded him of home a little bit. It's also my uncle's birthday today, so shout out to him. Here we go. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think my family's interested. They saw what the serving of the pancakes looked like. So my partner, she got herself something called cherry ripe pancakes. They were huge, like massive plate. Like we don't usually do that kind of thing. But the good thing is as well is like, I mean, it was the average price that you would expect to pay for something, but it's the portion sizes that you got there that really kind of you went, wow. And like we don't have that too much in Australia. Like there are definitely places that have those like American portion sizes, but you really don't want to do that too often, or you become American portion sized. Let's take a look here. All right. So we'll go through this quickly. Now, we're just going to take the catapult on the chin here. I think. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to move our archers back just a wee bit. If we get a chance to hit their catapult, we will.
Wait for melee.
Alright. Okay. Actually, we're attacking, aren't we? So in this game, it's pretty rare for the AI to attack you when you're the one that's initiated combat. Oh, excellent. So we've been applying for new rental properties. And
About these Viking sea raiders?
oof, that's a bit of an echo.
Ready and willing.
Anyway, point being is that things have changed a lot since we last applied for a rental property. We've been in this house.
We'll give the Sea Kings a run for their money.
We've been in this house a lot longer than either of us expected, primarily because my surgery, I wasn't very well. I mean, I'm still not, but we need a place that isn't as old because it's very drafty in this place, and it's very difficult when I get sick. Oh, here we go. So we can see them now. We've come over the top of this hill here. I like how they've got oh God, this is my memory playing up. It starts with C, but the lines that connotate the height and depth of a place. All right, so we can see. Okay. So what we really want is we want to hide, so we can hit their catapults ideally. So we're going to move things around a bit here. Oh, okay. Loose spacing. So we've toggled loose spacing here, so ideally we're not going to get hit as much. I'm going to move our guys over here. They are really trying hard to zone, what's called zoning out. So they're trying to move their stuff so that I can't get a clear shot at their catapults, which is understandable. But the other thing is they can't see the rest of our guys at the moment. So what we're actually going to do here, so we're going to move our guys up to the top of this hill. Our archers too, and our catapult. But what we're going to do is we're going to go Control All, and we're going to make sure that nobody is running too quickly. So what I do need though is we're going to take this one cavalry unit as a bit of a scouting unit. So if once we get him to the top of the hill here, he should, yeah, here we go. We're able to start seeing these units. Okay, so it looks like they might start firing on this unit here, so we're going to move him back. Yeah, they are. Haha, missed us. Alright. The other thing is, what we've got going for us now, our army is slowly moving up. We're going to move this guy over here. Just, yeah, so you can see this. Alright, he's not being fired upon here, so we'll move him up there. Yep, now he's being fired upon. Okay, that one may have gotten us. Oop, 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 oop. So this is the idea. We're trying to hide the cavalry on the reverse slope at this point, which is giving our army enough time. Now, where's our catapult? It's actually keeping up with everything because we're running at a slow pace. Alright. Once we get to the top of this hill, our guys are going to be in catapult range. So what we're going to do,
We need to move back a bit.
we're going to do this.
Double time, men. Spearmen.
We're going to have our front line here. We're going to have our archers back here. And our catapult we want just up on the hill over here maybe.
Their missiles can reach in our blood.
Let's take a look here.
Gallop.
Okay, we've got a horseman unit over here. Oh, they're a bit closer now.
Now we're talking.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have all of our cavalry
It's your command.
take out that loose spacing.
At a gallop.
Take them down.
Alright, we're going to have all these guys go into that.
The Cymry. Quick march it is.
Going to have our archers move forward. Now I can't see their catapults yet. So we're going to move down. And I reckon we're going to find their catapults somewhere around here.
Our general is under attack.
Alright. Oh, there they are. Here we go. We'll have a good hit on these. One thing we want to be wary of is that we've got this enemy cavalry here. We're going to get our catapults to hit some of their units over here. And then here we go. We've got their catapults. So catapults, the reason why we focus on them is because they can easily, even at a lower rank, hit... Oh,
Cavalry.
even at a lower rank, they can kill easily a couple of hundred units if left to their own devices.
Swordsman.
Okay. We're going to do something a little different here. We're going to meet them.
General. Faster.
Okay. We're going to focus down these horsemen here.
The enemy's routed.
The battle is turning in our favor.
We're going to smash them here.
Heirs of Arthur.
Alright. Come on. We're going to break this cavalry. Come on. We're going to move out now.
Up the pace.
Oof.
Ready and willing.
We're going to move them all the way out now. What we've been able to do... Ooh. Alright. Now we're going to move our spears up. What we've been able to do here is quite good. We've been able to divide their army quite readily. We have lost a fair bit of cavalry, but not all of it. And we definitely haven't lost our general, which is very important here. But we've been able to piecemeal destroy a lot of these units. Now what have we got here? We've got berserkers, so we're definitely going to want to focus. In fact, what we're going to do, we're not going to do that. We're going to have our spears pull back. We're going to have these guys pull back, and we're going to have our archers focus on these berserkers. There we go. So we're trying to save this unit here. It might not work, but we'll see what we can do.
Ready and willing. Haste along.
Okay.
That's the way.
No slackers.
Haste along. Strike hard.
There we go.
Pick those feet up. Who needs brushing?
Alright. So, yep. Berserkers die to arrows just like any man. We're going to run into these guys here. We're going to have these guys take out these Easterman Raiders.
Our men run from
Yep,
the enemy.
that's okay. They're running. We've lost... They held up 2 units of Berserkers. Oh, come on. Hopefully they won't make it to these lines. They probably will. Alright, now we've got this unit over here. So we've got another unit of Berserkers here. There we go. So we're going to run these guys in over here. We're going to take these guys out. We're going to have our archers focus fire again on the Berserker unit.
Get a move on.
See, they flee before our might.
Okay, because they've got their backs turned as well, we should get better hits on them now. Yep.
Swordsmen, trot up.
There's only one left of him.
Let's go to
He's very dead. Okay.
quick march it is.
We'll march our archers over. In fact, we have a perfect unit to hit these guys over here.
Steady now.
We use the rest of our ammo, take out this this archer group here.
Charge!
These guys can run away as much as they want to. We'll catch up to them eventually. In fact, we're going to pull our guys back over here. No point in chasing them if we don't need to.
Run them down.
Steady.
Okay, and we're going to have our cavalry line up. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to make them into a single unit. Yep, and yep. Going to have them charge these guys from the back. Okay, now these Easterman Raiders, they're going to be a problem for our archers.
Fire at will.
So the next thing we're going to do actually is we're going to have
Swift as the wind.
Who needs thrashing?
It's an ambush. That's the way. Bowmen.
here we go.
Now we're talking.
Hammersmen.
Kill them.
They really do want to run off, don't they? We'll just throw our archers in now.
Combat in our blood.
There we go.
They got the jump on us. The
They're
enemy
breaking too.
general's dead.
There we go. That's a decisive victory, but it was quite a messy battle. But we didn't lose too many guys this time. Sure, we can add a couple to our group.
Battle calls. Our spirits are resolute.
And again, I'm going to make sure we do this one properly. Finish him off.
Move out.
Excellent, that's well done. Alright, now we're going to move back to here and we're going to wait and see if the enemy actually bothers to take that, it tries to take that back. Alright. Let's take a look over here.
My warriors will not falter. For duty.
Alright, we've taken Aberdeen. Oh, look over here.
We are Arthur's
Now have this guy move up too.
family forever.
Again, having this guy come in through the back door, as it were. Take that as you will. And what are we going to do here? I reckon we're going to take this one here.
Doom. Without question. As you say.
Okay, slowly but surely we're taking this area up over here. That'll help slow down any reinforcements coming this way. Alright, let's take a look.
We will serve you well.
Okay, we don't want you doing
Strike
anything.
them down. Don't
Now,
waver.
do you have... Okay, so yeah, we're going to starve these guys out at least here.
My warriors will not falter.
Alright, so again, we'll move these guys up here.
We will serve you well. As commanded.
So once we've taken this, event on the next turn, we'll have both of these guys siege this place here. And the next thing we're going to do too is we need to take this because we're almost out of supplies. So we're going to actually fight this one. Alright. and streaming. Okay. So we'll fight this battle, then I'm going to take a break for about 10-15. And then I'll be right back after that. Let's see here. Now we want to, ideally, okay, rain has stopped. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I reckon we're going to have our guys come through over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Have them here. We're going to have this guy drop his one. Call this group 1. We're going to have them line up together over here. Try and do this so they're not tripping over each other. Yep, that's good. Okay. Now what we will do is we'll have these guys in a group 2 behind. No, we won't do that. In fact, we won't do that. But we will do this. We'll grab that. Just in case. Okay. Now we're going to have our archers sit back initially. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have these guys, just in case they're in range, I'm going to have him move back. And we're going to have these guys here out of sight, out of mind. We're going to start the battle.
Protect your general in combat.
Alright, so
The enemy tremble before our superior numbers.
Crush them! Mangle them! They're firing at us!
alright, so they're definitely in range here. Ooh.
The enemy approaches.
Back's a bit sore.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
So I'm going to hit this other tower now. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to have our bowmen move up over here.
Jesus, guide our blades! Taily! Taily! That'll be fine.
I'm going to move our guys back here a bit.
How about those walls, boys?
Swordsman! We are the Cymry! Swordsman! Heirs of
We're going to have these swordsmen move up slowly.
Right, boys, let's get 'em.
Now we're talking!
We're going to have our archers fire at will here. So they'll be very much... Ooh.
Catapult those walls! Who needs thrashing? That's the way. Pound the ground. Who needs thrashing?
We're actually going to move these guys across a little.
We are the Cymry. Bowman!
So what's good here is our bows are kind of in like a bit of a ditch here. So it gives them a bit of...
When walking
good. Gives them a bit of support there on a reverse slope.
How about those walls, boys?
show us the foe.
Nope, slow down.
Slackers.
I'm going to get this guy to move up. Possibly take out that wall.
End the lot of them.
Ooh,
That's the way.
using fire arrows.
Bowman!
Arrows? Watch it.
Aim! Fire! Fire at will!
That archers are hitting
Yep.
us.
Just try and break those archers there.
We are the Cymry.
Yep, we've done that.
Show us the foe.
Nearly.
Look sharp! Missiles!
There we go.
Together against attack! Now we're talking. Attack! Take down their walls! Swordsman! Swordsman!
Alright. Gonna have our guys move up a bit more again.
Take them down.
So we've got a javelin unit over here. Yep, they're focus firing him down. That's good.
Attack the walls! See, they flee before our might.
Gonna have our javelins move up.
We outnumber them.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to have our archers move up now. We're going to turn off fire at will because we're going to want to focus down on some very specific targets.
Taylor, we found our foe.
We're just going to have him sit out the front here for now.
That's the way. Pound the ground.
The enemy reveals themselves.
Alright, we're going to have our cav come up a little as well.
The horsemen.
Alright. Here we go.
Right, boys, let's
Spearmen. They're charging. Heirs of our
First thing we're going to do, we're going to have our guys aim at their general. A very good target.
They don't have the numbers. Who needs thrashing? Up the pace. Quick march it is. Double time, men. Scale up the pace.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're actually going to have our archers move back a little here.
The pace.
Try and get a good angle.
We've found our foes. Pull yourself
What's your
together,
command?
men.
Swordsman.
Mangle
Let's go
them.
to war. Mangle them.
They're charging.
Combat's in our blood.
Here we go. Got all of our swordsmen up on the wall now.
Let's go to war.
We'll ruin their day.
Yeah, looks like we're just pussyfooting with our archers at the moment. We're not doing too much with them. We're going to smash down these gates now.
Run them down.
We're going to just set our archers to fire at will. I'm sure they can find an appropriate target, hopefully not hitting our guys.
They're shooting at us.
Looks like they're hitting these guys.
Enemy's gates have been destroyed.
Excellent. We're going to get this unit here. It is going to cost them because of the oil.
Double time, men.
But if we can take this,
One of our units has used its ammunition. Crush them!
but we should immediately start taking this now.
It is.
So yeah, we lost about 30 there.
Heirs of Arthur. Mangle them.
But once this has been taken, we'll move the rest of our spears in to help out. So they're moving small units across now to stop us from taking it.
Crush them.
So they only need to have more units in here, not be winning here necessarily.
Double time, men.
Gonna have these two over here. We're gonna have
Swordsman. Strike hard. Take them down.
yeah. These guys are done for. These guys are gone.
Swordsman. We broke up.
We're gonna have these guys
Mangle them.
hit those ones in the back.
Break them. Spearmen.
Alright, our spears have nearly got this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our spears up even closer now.
Scale the walls.
Yep, okay.
Charge. The enemy's feeling the strain.
Alright, looking good. Gonna get these swords to push across. It's taking a bit longer than I thought.
Taily. Charge!
Come on.
Guard the flanks!
We have captured the gates.
There we go.
Swordsman! We have the advantage!
Bit late, admittedly.
Now we're talking! Pick those feet up!
These guys have been holding for quite some time.
Ready and willing! Haste now! Swordsman!
There we go. We'll have them all charging.
Take down their wall! What's your command?
Have our archers move up the towers, why not?
Mangle them!
See,
Oof.
they flee before our might.
There we go, there's the end of it. There we go. Now this belongs to us. What we do need though is we just need to double check.
Duty!
I'm going to give him a siege engineer for that one. The other thing we need to check is, okay, so we want these two as well eventually. Alright, so at this stage, I think we've done everything we can for this turn. So we're going to hit the buzzer. Really are trying to push us out, aren't they? Okay, so we've got that one. Looks like he's probably going to come down here or something like that. He's got 4 turns.
Warriors, attack! Bring their doom.
Alright, so we're just going to quickly auto-resolve this one. We lost an immense amount of units there for what they were. Alright, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to move up here. And this guy's going to move up over here. Alright, now let's take a look here.
True of heart!
Going to give you another quartermaster. You, my friend, what do we want from you? Probably want to take this settlement. So what we're going to do is we're going to get him to come back
Position!
here. He's going to stay there this turn because winter's coming. Our friend over here is going to move on in.
We obey.
Now!
For the Cymry!
Right, Dyflin.
My warriors,
These guys need more time to heal.
don't waver. For the Cymry!
So what we're going to do is we're going to immediately attack this bunch before they get any stronger. Ooh. So one of the other things I've been living with lately, on top of everything else, is I've been having severe back pain, so we're not talking about just take a couple of Panadol and she'll be right. This is repeated muscle cramps, waking up in the middle of the night, sweating, proper pain. Unfortunately, it's compounding everything else. And yeah, so it's not been very pleasant, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's take a look here. So I think we're pretty good. We're going to have these guys sit here and here. We'll start the battle and see if these guys... Yeah, they are. They're going to attack us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go directly into guard mode. So what guard mode does in this is it stops your men chasing the enemy down after they've defeated a unit. Otherwise, they'll just keep trying to run them all down till they've destroyed that unit. And then we've also got them in shield wall or shield castle. Yeah, so shield castle, you might see there's a bit of a difference here. The shields go right up over the unit to the very back line almost. Whereas our initial shield wall, ooh, it was only the first 2 ranks that would put their shields up. So you were protected from the front, but not from above. Okay. So they're hitting all the right units here. What we really want is to hit this Huskarl unit. Now, he's immediately gone into wide spacing because he knows that we're going to focus down his general. They should be hitting any time now. There we go. Still does a vast amount of damage, just less. Okay, still doing damage, so they lost another about 12 men there. Okay, archers doing their thing now, focusing down. So we're just going to get our archers to focus, make sure we're focusing down on their archers. Oh, yep, because otherwise they're going to start trying to light these on fire.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, this looks right. Okay. So these guys are running straight into spears, God knows why. So these are the raider units. So what we're going to do is going to leave our general over here. We're going to look like we're going after them, but we're actually going to spin around here. Alright, next thing. Now that we've taken the initial brunt, we're going to drop that and make them punch forward. We're going to have our... Ooh.
See, they flee before our might.
Have our cavalry focus down on the general here. We're going to have our archers actually focus on this guy over here.
The enemy general is dead.
One of the best ways of getting rid of skirmisher cavalry, archer cavalry, is using your own archers to just zone them out like this. And they're all gone. Okay, we'll get this unit in on the fight. We'll get our archers to move out on the flank here. We probably won't need them. But we're going to use our cavalry here to hit them in the back. Have the rest of these units move across too. And we'll burly up the line, and there we go. These will start breaking bit by bit by bit. There we go. And we're just going to speed this up a little bit because we want to make sure to take it as many as we can. There we go. We're going to end the battle there. Alright, so they had two men remaining after all that, and we only lost 87 ourselves. So that was an exceptionally good fight and went very much in our favour. So the next fight will probably be with this guy here and trying to take that back. What I am trying to do is I'm trying to rest these guys up, but I am sorely tempted to start pushing in. In fact, I'll do that because he might try and take more territory, and by the end of this our allies will become our enemies. Alright, now Dyflin. It says you've run out of... yeah, so as of this turn these guys have run out of stuff. We've still got 5 turns, which is great. This is why we invest in siege tactics. This guy here, it's going to be interesting what he does. He might come around here, try and knock us off. Or he might move through here and hit our allies. We're not sure yet. Okay. Now we need one of those. There's plenty of those. And we're going to have this guy move around. Let's see. Can we take it? Yeah, we'll take that. No need to fight that one on the field there. Not when we've got 2 armies guaranteeing victory. Okay. So we now, for the first time in a while, have taken an entire... oh, we can't do that. We've taken an entire segment of the map here. So let's take a look here. So we've got this entire section here. We've got these sections over here. We want this. So hopefully we'll have all of this soon enough and have a nice big chunk through here. That's what we want. And then these guys here, I reckon their goal is going to be taking all this here initially and then maybe walking up through here. We're going to have this guy doing his work again and trying to take all this area here. And then we're going to have our other armies basically take the entire northern section here. So, what we're going to do first though, is I'm going to have my little 15-minute break. So I will see you guys back here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Let's take a look here. And yeah, enjoy your little break. Have a drink, have some snacks and have a break. We'll be right back.